Today's episode is brought to you by the book Everyone is a Sinner But Me, available now at Amazon.com and BarnesandNoble.com. Pre-recorded from Volpes Studios, it's the MCS1 show, featuring Caleb, Hannah, and now your host, MCS1.
Welcome to another exciting edition of the MCS1 show. I'm MCS1, once again joined with my co-host, Caleb, Hannah. Boom. And today we're going to be booming it up with the White Trash Bash!
The greatest event to date of the MCS1 show.
Oh, man.
You're welcome, America.
Yeah, I'm sure America.
But nowhere else in the world deserves this.
I'm pretty sure America's going to be thanking us for this.
I mean, if they're not, then they're doing it wrong.
America.
The name of this bracket is TVs and Personalities. These are all the
famous-ish and famous people
that are on TV
Right.
and are just random personalities. It's really interesting because Paris Hilton, who is on here later, we'll bring that up a little bit more later.
Right.
There was a book I read on narcissism. It was The Mirror Effect, actually,
Oh my
by
gosh.
Dr. Drew.
Dr. Drew.
From Celebrity Rehab, Dr. Drew.
Dr. Drew.
Quality reading. Actually a good book for the most part.
Honestly, that guy is pretty smart. I just find it ridiculous that he works for Celebrity Rehab.
Oh, I know. And that's why it's funny.
Yeah. Because, I mean, like, Dr. Phil working where he works, it's like, yeah, you're ridiculous.
I know.
But Dr. Drew actually has a brain.
Exactly. Like, Dr. Drew is so smart. And he's like a cool dude. So he was talking about textbook narcissism and a couple other things. He brought up I think it was Paris Hilton before she got famous or
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah.
And he said on there, he goes, well, what does she do or whatever? It's like, well, she's just famous.
I can't think of any skills that she has.
No, I
You
can't
know?
either.
Like, for instance, like Stevie Wonder is famous because he's good at music,
Yeah.
and Mark Cuban is famous because he made a multi-billion-dollar conglomerate and now he's on Shark Tank and he owns the Dallas Mavericks. So those people are famous for doing things.
Yeah.
Because they're good at things. They have talents and skills and abilities.
A lot of people on this bracket don't have those.
Most
Which-
of the people on this
Most of
bracket
the people-
don't have that. There are a few exceptions, but for the most part, the people on this bracket have nothing to offer anyone.
Oh boy, let's get started with these wonderful people. Our first matchup is Sarah Palin.
Ooh, who we all know is the governor of Alaska who can see Russia from her backyard
Oh,
somehow.
I can see Russia from my backyard.
Like, seriously, Sarah, come on.
Ugh.
What kind of bionic vision do you have?
Oh man, yeah. I don't think she really said that. It was the Tina Fey thing.
Well, whatever.
But either way, I like to imagine she said it.
I'm going to pretend like she did because it's hilarious.
It is hilarious. I posted once on Facebook a while ago. I go, I can't tell the difference between Tina Fey, Sarah Palin, and the real Sarah Palin.
I honestly just can't tell the difference between Tina Fey and Sarah Palin.
Wow.
I mean, physically,
Oh,
you know? Just
interesting.
like, I'll see him on TV and I'm just like, which one is this?
So we're having Sarah Palin, the helicopter hunter from, from Alaska, former VP nominee, fighting Snooki from Jersey Shore.
I can't tell who I want to lose.
Yeah, I mean, and it's funny because we had to pull Snooki from the Orange Trash Bash,
Yeah.
which was her and Donald Trump mostly,
Yeah.
and the Lorax
And the Oompa Loompas, right?
and the Oompa Loompas.
But
So
we didn't have enough people to do a real one other than a Final Four. so-
Exactly. So we just pulled in Snooki. Everyone can rest easy. This is the only Jersey Shore person
Yes.
in any of the brackets.
We're not that bad of people.
We're not that bad of people. Although I'd love to see Pauly D fight
man.
someone or
I'd-
Ronnie Smash.
I'd love to see them fight like Conor McGregor because he actually knows how to fight. And just watching them get plastered would just warm my soul.
Oh my gosh. Speaking of soul warming, we have next fight. We have the adorable, lovable Honey Boo Boo
Ugh.
from Here Comes Honey Boo Boo.
I don't understand. She's another one too where I'm just like, why in the world are you famous?
Yeah, I know.
Which again, I guess that is the kind of the theme here.
Yeah. Which brings us to who she's fighting. She is going to be fighting her mom, Mama June.
Mama June.
Because domestic violence is quite favored upon in the white trash bash.
Well, and it's definitely one of the main ways to get things going, right?
Yeah, it is.
You know?
I'm kind of rooting for Honey Boo Boo on this.
Dude, I have a confession. Okay?
What's your confession?
I wasn't sure who Mama June was until I saw the Deadpool movie.
Really?
I'm dead serious right now.
You had no idea.
I knew who Honey
I
Boo
envy
Boo
you
was.
in this moment.
I knew who Honey Boo Boo was because duh. Everyone knew who Honey Boo Boo was.
And the South Park thing.
Yeah.
Where she had to get her heart like replaced with a pig
Exactly.
heart. I got the heart of a pig.
But anyway, I didn't know who Mama June was till I watched that the first time, and I was like, wait, who the heck is Mama June? So then I went home and I Googled Mama June.
Oh boy.
It definitely that is a moment that will never. I can't take that moment back, Mark, and I want to. I really, really
you
want
really
to.
wish you had a roofie, or as it's formerly known as a forget me now.
Oh my gosh,
to take right after that moment.
That would have been great.
Oh man. Funny story. There was one summer a few years ago where I watched all of season 1 of Jersey Shore.
You watched Jersey Shore?
Have I not talked about this on the show? I thought I have.
You
Maybe
probably
I haven't.
You probably have. I probably just don't remember.
Yeah, it's something you blocked out.
I definitely took a roofie right after.
Yeah, I watched all of season 1 of Jersey Shore. Really interesting. I had mixed feelings. Like, not like I loved or hated it, but I felt really smart because I was smarter than these people, but I felt really dumb for being exposed to these people.
Right.
And so during that summer, though, after I finished season 1, I wasn't quite ready for season 2. I don't know if I still am ready for season 2.
I don't think the world is ready for season 2.
Yeah.
But it still happened.
And so I was like, man, maybe I can watch other trashy shows and be okay. Because the thing about Jersey Shore was it allowed me to make jokes about them.
That's true.
Or whatever. Because I knew enough to make
solid material.
Exactly. Yeah. And so I'm like, all right, maybe I can handle other stuff. So one day my roommate was flipping through the channels. Here comes Honey Boo Boo comes on. Man, we couldn't get through 5 minutes of that.
Yeah.
And I got through a season 1 of Jersey Shore in a summer.
Jeez.
It was bad.
If that doesn't illustrate how terrible that show was.
Yeah.
I don't know what else will.
Oh, boy. Speaking of terrible shows. This just gets better, these segues. We have Roseanne Barr.
Oh my gosh. From the show Roseanne?
I think her, from the show Roseanne. I think her, the thing she should be considered famous for, to be honest, is being married to John Goodman.
Yes.
Who was amazing.
John Goodman is amazing.
He is. He's just an amazing guy.
He's alive still, right?
He is alive still. And he's been losing weight considerably for the most part over the years. And he's just an outstanding actor. Man, John Goodman, if you're listening, we love you.
We love you. And you can sponsor us.
And you can sponsor us too.
But no, the only thing that I really remember with like Roseanne, like right at the top of my head, is that one Family Guy skit where Peter did an episode, I guess, where he subbed in as John Goodman's character or whatever, and he's like, hey, what's up, Roseanne? And she comes in and she's like, Dan, and then she like finishes saying whatever she's gonna say, and then he's like, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, what?
He's just flabbergasted.
And, dude, honestly, I went back and I just looked up a clip on YouTube one time of Roseanne, and I was just like, holy crap, that was so accurate.
It is pretty accurate. I've seen very little Roseanne, but that is quite accurate.
Yeah.
So who would we have Roseanne fight? If you can't tell, this whole time, it's been chicks versus chicks. We are having her fight a simple, small, 13-year-old girl named Danielle. And everyone's like, wow, that's really strange. You would just have
who the heck is Danielle?
Who is Danielle?
Yeah.
Danielle is a little 13-year-old girl who is troubled, who appeared on Dr. Phil about, I think it was October, and she got in a fight with the audience a little bit, or called them all hoes, and was trying to pick a fight.
The hoes are laughing.
The hoes are laughing. And also, this is a potential show topic for us, by the way,
gosh, yes.
to talk about this and this whole social event and the effects of society from this. But as she was fighting with the audience, she shouted, cash me outside. How about that? And Dr. Phil's like, what? And
What?
she's like, cash me outside. How about that? And so she meant to say,
Oh, Dr. Phil.
her accent is so trashy
And awful.
or street, depending on how you want to look at it.
Whatever she wants to be, I guess, that week.
Oh, man. And so it was supposed to be catch me outside. How about that? But her accent or whatever, it just made her sound super trashy and weird.
Catch me outside. How about that?
How about that? And it's turned into a meme and all this other stuff.
Dude, the dubstep is amazing.
There's a
of
great
that.
dubstep remix.
Please look it up.
We will be covering this more in the next few weeks.
But I'm going to admit that I do want Cash Me Outside to win.
Yeah, that
this
is
round.
your pick.
I would
With the white trash
I
bash.
want her at least to beat Roseanne.
At least to beat Roseanne.
Yeah.
So no more Kanye.
No, I'm not saying for the entire event.
Not for okay. So
I'm just
you
saying,
want her to take
in
the
in the
TVs
opening round. I want her to beat
okay.
Roseanne Barr.
Okay,
and I want it to be a very triumphant
a
victory.
triumphant
Yeah.
victory.
Like a blowout.
Okay.
One could say.
Okay.
Or
Well,
a Cash Me Outside.
We'll see what happens.
We'll see if she can cash Roseanne outside.
Cash her outside the trailer park.
Where they both live.
Oh my gosh. So another great TV personality that we have here, troubled youth. Former teen mom Farrah Abraham.
Oh my
Woo!
gosh.
That's who I want to win this one.
The whole thing again, or
No. Just this bracket. I want her to
Definitely,
win the
yeah.
TV's and personalities
Dude,
bracket.
I would not be opposed to having Farrah Abraham be the final contestant from this bracket.
So here's my thing about Farrah Abraham. She is from Council Bluffs, Iowa, which is 30 minutes from where I live.
Oh my gosh.
Which makes it even more hilarious. And I never really watched Teen Mom outside from the Beavis and Butthead clips where they made fun of it.
Yes.
Which
Those
what
are
more do
those-
you need?
Those are great.
And they are so great. And one time when I was back in Council Bluffs, my brother was like, well, is there anything else you want to see or do before we go home? I was like, yeah, can we drive by Farrah Abraham's house? It should be like a national landmark or something. And he goes, what? No, we're not doing that. And I'm like, come on, man, please. He's like, no.
Almost had him.
Yeah. And so I badgered him about it for like 2 minutes. He goes, no, we're not going to go to Farrah Abraham's house.
You're like, why?
Oh, man. But yeah, Farrah Abraham. That's who I want to win this bracket.
Okay.
She'll probably get knocked out by the first round because she is fighting Vanessa Hudgens.
For those of you who don't remember Vanessa Hudgens, she was, I guess, a quote unquote star.
She was a
In
former
High School
Disney star.
Musical?
I like to prefer to call her as a former Disney princess who grew up, got trashy like Miley.
Super trashy, dude.
Yes. And
Not as bad as Miley, but she got trashy.
yeah. And I'm cool with that. I'm cool. To be honest, I would be happy if her or Farrah won
Sure.
the bracket.
Well, I mean, that is a possibility. It's just sad that they have to fight each other in the first round.
It is, but Foxy Boxing, I'm it should
What's
be
the one where the chicks get in the boxing ring and wail on each other? Foxy boxing? Yes, that's what I wanted, not tennis.
I love how Homer Simpson's able to confuse the two. So now we're getting into a more domestic dispute between former girlfriend and boyfriend. So we have Steve-O from Jack.
Yep. Steve-O.
I don't really want to say anything more about him.
No, he's just Steve. Everyone knows who he is. It's Steve-O.
I'm upset he had his own TV show for a while.
Yeah, who isn't?
But that's all I want to say. And we're having him fight Nicole Richie, his former ex-girlfriend.
Because how could you not?
Because domestic violence and things.
Because it's Nicole Richie and Steve-O.
Exactly.
They're almost as trashy. Almost.
They really are. They were quite the white trash couple.
Oh my gosh. Though I don't think anyone will ever be as bad as the Britney Spears and
K-Fed.
and K-Fed, yeah.
Yes.
I don't think anybody can be that bad.
It'd be really cool if we could set up a tag team match between
Oh my
Steve-O and
gosh,
Nicole
that would be
Richie and
awesome.
K-Fed and Britney. That would be great.
The possibilities are endless.
I know, they really are. So, Nicole Richie's best friend, who would that be? Well, her friend from, quote, The Simple Life, who we talked about earlier, Paris Hilton.
Is up next.
Up next. And boy, Paris Hilton, an icon for basic everywhere.
Yep. Yep.
whether they know it or not, is going to be fighting up against a real basic icon, Marilyn Monroe.
Oh my gosh.
The queen of basic. If you can't handle me at my worst, you don't deserve me at my best.
I hate that saying, and I'm so tired of idiots posting that. Like it's profound.
Like it's so great.
Yeah.
I only have it on my Pinterest and above my wall in my room above my bed.
Yeah, no one loves you.
I know.
Because like, I mean, there's this really funny thing I read the other day where it's like, if I can't handle you at your worst, maybe you should stop being a terrible person.
Ooh. Yeah, and Marilyn Monroe is not a good role model.
No.
At all. Like
no.
she slept with tons of people to get ahead in her career.
Yeah, dude.
I'm not even gonna get into the potential JFK stuff.
Or, all of his brothers.
Yeah, I don't even want to get into that. But like, not a great role model for people.
No.
And
No.
I said this once, and a lot of people turned on me for this, but I'm gonna say it again. She was the Kim Kardashian of her day.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Totally.
Absolutely.
Totally
Absolutely.
the Kim Kardashian of her day.
Yeah.
Whether people want to admit it or not,
Well,
that's pretty much the truth.
they don't really have to though, because it's the truth.
It's the truth.
Facts don't care about your feelings, right?
Yes. So next up, we have Larry the Cable Guy. And Lord, I do not apologize for who he is fighting.
Nice.
So we're going to be having Larry the Cable Guy fighting Jeff Foxworthy.
Oh man, two of the greats.
Two of the greats. As far as, country humor, I'd say these are two of the
Yeah.
greats.
Yeah.
Blue Collar Comedy Tour.
Yeah, that was the
veterans.
I'm not gonna lie, I definitely laugh at a lot of the things that they talk about.
I do too, to be honest.
Um,
and it's not that they're in this bracket because they're bad people. It's just because they fit this bracket,
right?
And they're perfect
Oh,
for
very,
it.
very well. And I mean,
And they both donate a lot of money to charity. They're both great guys.
Yeah. Well, and the funny thing is that, and a lot of people don't really give Larry the credit for this, but he's actually a pretty intelligent dude. But it's just he has the persona.
Exactly.
And then, I mean, Jeff Foxworthy, I think everybody knows that Jeff Foxworthy is relatively intelligent and that he's a really good, down-to-earth guy.
Yeah.
I mean, the "you might be a redneck" jokes are some of the most iconic jokes ever.
Exactly. And for like their genre of humor, not really their genre of the humor, but the way they convey their humor, it's very articulate and well thought out and clever.
Absolutely.
It's not just dumb fart jokes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or like bathroom-esque humor.
Yeah.
Like, it's got a lot of different things, which I do admire.
And there's substance to it. Like, I think that's what you were getting at is there's a lot of substance to it. But it's like one thing that Jeff Foxworthy said, back in the day, during like the final moments or whatever of the first Blue Collar Comedy Tour, is he said, one of the reasons why I like our stuff is that basically we're just taking real life and telling stories, and real life just happens to be funny enough that we can just share it with you guys and you'll laugh at it.
Yeah.
And honestly, I mean, obviously a lot of that has to do with the fact that he has good delivery,
He's very good at storytelling.
Yes.
Very articulate.
Amazing at that. And the other thing is that he knows how to really, his timing is great when it comes to his comedy.
Yeah.
He's another one of those guys, that really knows how to use his tonality to really make a good point.
So that matchup I'm excited for. I like those guys.
Don't want either one of them to win though, because
I don't want to.
That would make
we want someone that like we genuinely wouldn't normally like,
right? Like
to win,
like Kanye.
Like Kanye. I mean,
hate that guy.
Next up, in our final matchup for TVs and personalities, we have Rosie O'Donnell. Let's talk about Rosie for a moment.
Oh my gosh!
I only said bad things about her.
To be fair, that was all Rosie O'Donnell.
Yeah, seriously. I mean,
freaking Trump.
I'm not sure what I'm more surprised at, the fact that that Trump won the election, or the fact that Rosie hasn't moved to Canada since Trump won the election.
Well,
because she's the only person, like, out of all the celebrities, I think would have real legitimate fear, besides maybe Bill Maher, to move to Canada at this point because of how much they've been feuding with Donald Trump.
Yeah. But not only that, but it's just like, I mean, Rosie O'Donnell has enough money that Canada would accept her.
You make it sound like they're turning away everyone.
They do.
Oh.
Have you seen Canada's immigration laws?
I actually have not, because I'm not going to lie, I haven't really tried to immigrate to Canada.
Right.
I wasn't that upset about the election.
Because it's just another one.
It's just another one.
It really makes, honestly, it's not going to make that big of a difference. But
yeah.
But no, to get into Canada, you have to have proof of employment and skills to offer, or they won't let you in.
Skills to pay the bills.
Well, that's the big thing is they're like, we're not taking people in that don't have things to offer, which is why it's so funny to me that, they're all saying, well, we hate America for their immigration policies. And it's like, but Canada's are worse.
Exactly.
But we love Canada.
Go Canada. But I'm surprised that she hasn't gone there.
Yeah, she could legitimately go there. And she could pass a lot of the
because if there was anyone who Donald Trump would be out to get,
it's Rosie.
It would be Rosie.
Absolutely Rosie.
Totally Rosie.
Yeah. Because she's the worst.
She is the worst. I think it's so weird. Like the Rosie O'Donnell career span.
I don't understand how she's been famous for this long.
Well, here's the thing. Rosie O'Donnell used to be cool. Remember? Do you remember this, Caleb? Like when she was on Nickelodeon doing Harriet the Spy.
Yeah.
She hosted the Kids' Choice Award. Rosie O'Donnell was cool. And
I remember.
And then all of a sudden,
she just got angry.
She got angry.
Yeah.
And just super political. And
she's like that person on Facebook that all of a sudden they just grew up and started posting everything political that they could find.
Yeah. And then she went on The View, got kicked off The View for a while for her racist against Asian people.
Dude, she hates Asians.
And it's just so... and then she got invited back to The View for a while, which
I don't understand.
Well, let's be real. The View is a useless show. I'm just going to come out and say it.
Well, I mean, when Raven Simone can get on there and pretend like her opinions matter, you know that it's a bad place.
The View is just ridiculous. But that's a whole nother topic. So we got Rosie O'Donnell, whose career has declined over time, which is, rather sad.
Yeah. Because she was someone that I relatively enjoyed back in the day.
Yeah, exactly. She had a lot of potential and skill, and then just went downhill.
Yeah.
Sad times. And by the way, we're saying regular Rosie O'Donnell, not the Mad TV portrayal of Rosie O'Donnell.
Yeah, real, actual Rosie O'Donnell.
Just thought we'd point that out there.
Yeah. Clear up that confusion.
Clear up that right now. Who would we have Rosie O'Donnell fight? Well, we thought long and hard, and we decided to match her up with my favorite crazy Irish-esque redhead, Lindsay Lohan.
Oh, Lindsay Lohan.
Lindsay Lohan.
Proof that meth does a body bad.
Oh, man. From her jail time to being kind of a Disney princess growing up, being in the Parent Trap.
She was,
being a nice, normal child star, to being on Herbie, to being the butt of pretty much every robot chicken joke.
Oh my god!
Imaginable.
Right?
I mean, season 1 and 2 just ripped on her crazy with their crazy I'm Lindsay Lohan, and that type of voice.
But the thing is, dude, is that she definitely fell off the deep end real fast,
so quick,
even quicker, honestly, than Rosie O'Donnell.
And then she had her list of Hollywood celebrities that she wanted to sleep with that got leaked.
Yeah, that was
on there.
Disturbing.
Yeah, and then she, did jail time for shoplifting and tons of other stuff. I mean, there was just the list is endless. It just made sense for her to fight Rosie.
Definitely.
So I'm excited to see her fight Rosie, and I'm excited to see these contestants all go at it against each other as well. Anyway, that's our show. Number 3, TV The Personalities of the White Trash Bash. I want to thank Caleb for coming on today.
Of course.
And until next time, take care of yourselves and each other. Peace.
Thank you for listening to the MCS1 show. For bi-weekly episodes on society and counterculture, subscribe on iTunes, Google Play, or Stitcher. For regular updates, show notes, and links, head to the MCS1show.com or search AOL keyword MCS1.